Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. And you see me inside the barn today because we're going to be doing some stuff on the Jaguar XF and it's well hot outside. So I've brought it in so we can get a bit of shade, make it a bit more comfortable to work on. So if you haven't seen the video to do with this Jaguar XF, I know there's been a few on this channel, but catch up with my last video where I bought what I believe to be the cheapest Jaguar XF X250 in the UK that's running and driving, although it had an expired MOT and then subsequently a failed MOT, which is where it came into my possession. So we're going to look to tackle the jobs to get it back on the road and see if we can get it running and driving and looking as beautiful as she once did. So today we're going to tackle one of the cleaner jobs on the car, and that's the air vents that are on the inside on the dashboard. And again, check out the last video because I go into it a little bit, we touch on the subject, but all of my vents are opening and closing as they should do. The near side and the center left ones are working, and then the center right and the far right are not. They work in the case that if I open them manually, one of them will close. And I think if I close them, one opens manually but doesn't close. It's a mixture of all of them. So I've bought a few bits to repair it. And it's basically inside where the vent is, from what I can see or what I've read, there's a plastic sort of cog, like a toothless cog almost. And they're susceptible to damage and they crack and break away. So I'm hoping that's the problem. So I've preempted that that's the issue. I've bought 4 new ones, one for each of the vents. So we're going to go inside and see if we can repair them. So we need to get the vents off and have a look inside. We'll put it on the bench over there and have a look exactly what the problem might be. So fingers crossed we'll be able to sort that out today. So let's get in the car. I'll take the camera around so we can get a better view and let's see what we can see. All right, so we're inside the car. If I just turn on the ignition and the windscreen wipers come on. So battery low, that's okay. Right, so if I turn the vents on, let me start the car. Right, so those two are working. These two are not. If I open them manually, flick it open, the vents themselves are working. But they're just not open and closing as they should do. Again, if I turn them off, close and closing, staying open, and turn them on again. I'll try it again. Closing, nothing. Well, they were working the other day, half of them were working. Anyway, right, so we'll switch them off. Turn off the car and we'll close them back down again. There we go. So we're going to see about getting them fixed. We may as well start with this one. So let's get the camera kind of set up best I can so we can film it as I'm in here. So bear with me. Right. So I've already just removed the side panel. That's really easy, it just literally pulls away, clips off. So we'll take that out of the way. And then, using a plastic trim tool, what we need to do is remove the fascia from the surround, from the vent. So we're just going to go in from the top. Like so. There we are. Just go super careful. It is 17-year-old plastic. It's just little tabs. There we go. One more. Pull it away, and you got all of these tabs that push into all these slots here. And put that to one side. And we have all of these Torx screws. Let's see if I can make sure the camera stops going dark. So I've got 1, 2, and then we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that we can see. So I say they're all T20. I'm just going to wind all of those out. Feel free to fast forward this part. There's a little, on this one here I've just taken an outlet. There's a little plastic tab. I guess like a washer. Right, so that's those all out, and I believe there is a couple just to the inside of here, so we need to try and get that out the way. And there is at the top here somewhere a cover that I can't see because it's too dark. I'll bring you in a minute, so bear with me. All right, got your flat blade screwdriver. There we go. And in there is another T20. Right, so now, hopefully, that pulls away. There you go, I literally just pulled it forward. And in there we can see another T20 there, and another T20 there. So let me just pop the camera down while I get those two out. Right. So, we'll just pull that out of the way. I'm just going to lift the dash piece right out of the way, because it might not be out of the way for the centre ones, which it looks like it does. So, we're getting the inner one out. 1. And 2. Right. That looks like, there we go. See that tab there? That just pulls off. We'll remove the surround. There you go, it just pulls out of the way. Put that to one side. We have our vent, which we'll carefully extract. On the left hand side here, we have an electrical connector. Which obviously we don't want to break. So it looks like it just presses in here at the top and pulls out. And there we have it. The vent removed. And it's inside here we need to get to. So let's go over to the bench. Right, so this is my new piece. I'm hoping is going to fix it. But before we do that, let's get inside the actual offending article. So on the top here, we've got the, oh, there we go. The part that we need to get into, there's 3 Torx screws on the top. So let's first of all remove them. Hopefully I'll find the bit that's broken. Oh, what? 2. 3. I'll carefully pull it up. And there we have it. So I'll just put that down to one side. This is the part by the looks of it that engages. This has got a cog, hexagonal piece. Yeah. That engages down into this cam, or whatever it is, here. And this is the part. See that rotating as I rotate the fan? That breaks. In fact, there we go. If you have a look on this one, see how it's come apart there? See that? Hopefully you can see that. So it's broken. So there we have it. That's the part we replace with the new one. So here's the new one. So instead of having the slot, which goes into or holds onto the motor part, the fan part, it's just that one hole. So what I guess we need to do is to tease this out. There you go, just lifts away. I'm going to keep the fan in the down closed position. Yeah, hopefully still focused in. And it will just hopefully lift out. Just check inside for any debris, which I can't see. And then I'm going to put it back in. And in fact, it can only go on one way. Right, so if we look super carefully, right here, a tiny little notch. And on this piece, on that hole, where my finger is, here, can you see the little nubbin? That needs to engage in there. So it can realistically only go in or go on in one place. So let me do that, line it up. I don't think it's quite, oh there we go. Right, I've been manhandled it a bit more. I was being a bit too dainty with it. I just pushed it down so it's home. This then goes back, lining up obviously the hexagonal with the hexagonal. Push that home so it all lines up. Pop the screws back in. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Right, let's try again. That's tight, up tight, up tight. Right, back together. Let's go back to the car. We'll just leave it loose for a minute. Let's turn on the ignition. Ignition on. And then let's go and see. We'll press the air conditioning on. Yes. Yes. And off. Come on. Look at that. Let's see if we can see some more inside the car. So we'll go on. And off. Yes. Come on. Right. Let's put this back together. Ta-da! Wow. I was way off trying to get it off with a trim tool. Clearly. So, what have I had to do? So this piece here was held in with a load of clips, right? So same on the other vent. I had to remove these 2 screws here. Yep, I also had to remove this piece first. That just pulls off, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So yeah, I had to pull that piece of trim off first. 2 screws in there, I had to undo. And there's a T20 in there. Another T20 in there. This then comes down, vent and all. We'll leave it hanging. Then the centre part with the vents on, you've got T30, I think it is. Let me just double check the size. T27. So it was there, and I'll bring the camera in. Move that out of the way. Right, so it's a T27 there, there, and there, and there, and over here, and up there. All right, that has now allowed me, move the doors out of the way, to pull all of this forward. So hopefully now, if I disconnect the electric plugs, we can have it out of the way. And then move the indicator up. And there we have it. Cool, blimey. Right, so push the tab in. Whoop. And pull up out of the way. So Same on this side. Push the tab in and have it out. Right. I should want to put it back together in more detail. Let's get it on the bench. So it's this way round. This is my broken one. So we'll set the camera up again and see about swapping that over. Right, I'm going to replace all of them. So we'll do what we did before. Got the 3 Torx screws in the end. T20 again. Trying to keep it from going out of focus if I can. Why they made this one so much more difficult to get out? I mean, what was wrong with just the fascia coming off? Who knows? Right. Pull it off again. Let's check for wear. No, that one's all good, but we will swap it over. Need a little flat blade screwdriver, I think, to get in there. There we go, extracted. We won't throw that, we'll keep that one as a spare. But we've got our new one again. I say like before, going to push it home. Snapped in placelet. That one's in. Put the motor back on again. Right. Screws back in. So the actual joblet doesn't take very long, does it? Shame you've got to strip half the dash off. Make sure they're all done up properly. And sort of a strange angle trying to film it for you guys so you can see the camera. I'm sort of over myself. Right, let's try in here. If I stand behind the camera, it might help. There we go. Happy days, right, that's one side done. Slide it back in position. Okay, we're getting there. That's the centerpiece all now back in place. I won't test them until I've done this one down here. This one comes off differently again, look. So we'll do the electrical connector on this side again. Just push the tab in, slide them out. I've got an electrical connector on this side, which is for the push button for the glove box. Again, just slide it out. We now have this piece free. So, over to the workbench. I think I'll have to undo all of these Torx to remove this. So let's try that. All right, so I've removed all of those Torx. So now hopefully that comes away. And we have it. We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4 Torx there. All T20 again. So let's get them off. Right, those Torx are out. We are free. Come on. Right. Undo these again. 1. 2. 3. Removed. 'Flat blade screwdriver required again. Ooh, bear with me. Just getting it back out of the car. There we go. Take that one up. Put this one on. Click in place. There we go. Cooking on gas. Right. I can go back together again. So put this back together, which is the exact reverse of taking it apart. Come this far, come on. Yes, right. T20s to on the end. One there. One there. And you get one up in here, like that. Well, that was easier than I thought. And like that. Right. So that finished sharply, didn't it? It's actually another day. I had to shoot off just when I got out of the car and do that. Anyway, I had to go back home. So I've come back here again. It's the day later or the day after, I can't remember. But we're back inside the car and we're going to see if all these vents work. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I genuinely haven't tried them to see if they have. So we're going to come down and give it a go. So I'll spin the camera around and we can have a look to see what. So if we just go for our ignition on, see if there's enough juice in me. Oh, there is. Low battery. Yeah, I know. Okay, turn that off. So we've got climate off at the moment. So if we push climate on, and so, yes. Yes, and yes, look at that. And if I press the climate off again, we're closing. What a result. And we'll go one more time. Open. That's all pretty even as well, isn't it? That is not too shabby at all. And closing. There we go. Right, ignition off. That's right, isn't it? Now that is a result. What would that cost? I think 15 or 16 pound to change all four. And if I wasn't filming this, that would have probably taken no more than an hour. The trickiest bit was getting the trim off around the screen and above the glove box, because I hadn't read to see how to do it, basically. So I was finding my own way how to do it. So I'll turn the camera so we can recap. So to remove all of this, literally all we have to do is this just pulls out. Literally, just pull it from here gently, you work your way along, that pulls away. There's two screws on the end where you open the door, same as on the driver's side. And then there's two screws, one that hidden behind the wooden trim, one there, which are all the Torx T20s. Take them out and this just pulls away. And then on the center one we've got Torx screws in the corners, and down the bottom, and that then just pulls away. Easy peasy once you know how to do it. So I hope that's of use to someone. It's of use to me because it means now all my vents are working. So yeah, super chuffed with that. Quite a straightforward fix, just a piece of plastic, so they're going to degrade over time. And I do know for a fact when I went and looked at this car first time, he did have a mobile phone attachment on his centre vent, but the others are still opening and closing, so that probably had something to do why that one wasn't working. But there we are. It's the first job, probably of a few that we need to do on the XF, ticked off the list. So, and it's a cheap fix. Next will be the brakes, the rear brakes, that is, because that's one of the failures on the MOT. So we need to do the rear brake pads on that. What I do need to do to be able to do that job properly, because I've never done the rear brakes on an XF, I've done the front on 2 XFs, not the rear. I need to get myself a brake rewind tool, because the rear brakes on this, the pistons rewind back into the caliper as instead of just pushing back like you do on the front brakes. I hope that makes sense. It will become clear, no doubt, when I do the video. But anyway, that's it for me in this particular episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, I'd like to invite you to subscribe. It is absolutely free. I get asked this question quite regularly. There is no cost to you. It's totally free. It's literally you pressing the subscribe button just means you basically join my gang. And you then get a notification, if you turn notifications on, every time I upload a new video. That's it. There's no cost involved. You're just a subscriber to the channel, but it's totally free to you. Costs you nothing. So if you'd like to subscribe and get notifications every time I send out a video, hit that red subscribe button. It does me the world of good. And leave a comment down below. I do answer every comment, good or bad, and I'll leave a link in the description below to where I got my replacement plastic parts for these air vents. So if you like, you can click on that and you can buy them from the same source as me, because I know that these work. There's quite a few options out there. These ones have worked for me, so hopefully they'll do the same for you. Anyway, that's it for now. Check back again soon, hopefully, where we get onto the brakes. I have had a look on the rear brake already. Since I started this particular video, like I say, there's been a bit of a break, but since I started this video, I have had a look at the rear brakes, which is why I know I need a wind back tool. So check back to see that video. But until next time, take care, everybody. We'll see you very soon on Projects in the Barn. Bye for now. Bye.